Josh Hawley, ambitious senator accused of encouraging pro-Trump violence. It was by raising his fist in solidarity with pro-Trump protesters that the young Republican Josh Hawley entered Congress on Wednesday to oppose the certification of the victory of future U.S. President Joe Biden. The violence on Capitol Hill has since made this senator, who does not hide his presidential ambitions, the target of sharp criticism, a newspaper even accusing him of having blood on his hands. In a matter of hours, the career of the always neat former Missouri Attorney General, who arrived in the Senate in January 2019, plunged into storm. Its publisher Simon Schuster canceled the contract for a forthcoming book on Thursday, after his role in what has become a dangerous threat to our democracy and freedom, while former mentors and donors walked away. Are hijacked with very harsh words. The 41-year-old Tory was the first in the upper house to announce that he would object to Democrat Joe Biden's certification of victory during a congressional session on Jan. 6. Several elected officials had preceded him in the House of Representatives, but their initiative needed the Senate to prosper. A dozen pro-Trump senators, including the influential Ted Cruz, also expected to run for the 2024 presidential election, quickly followed, converting this procedure, which is usually a formality, into an explosive meeting. Behind their rallying, the 70 million voters of Donald Trump, who remains very popular among Republicans. No one other than President Donald Trump himself is more responsible for Wednesday's attempted coup on the United States Capitol than a Joshua David Hawley, the Kansas City Star editorial staff wrote, his state newspaper of Missouri. His title, Josh Hawley Has Blood on His Hands. Hawley should resign, added the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, the other major newspaper in this conservative state. His presidential ambitions? They have disappeared into oblivion. Accomplices. When he arrived at midday on Wednesday, the demonstrators gathered at the foot of the Capitol had not yet swept over the venerable building, seat of Congress. And Donald Trump had just given them a long speech in front of the White House, encouraging them to parade here. No wonder then that pro-Trump senator greets these supporters warmly. But the images of sympathizers forcing the entrance of Congress, the People's House, then the Senate chamber, while on the side of the House of Representatives, elected officials were hiding, armed police trying to protect the doors, have radically changed the situation within the Republican Party, appearing previously anxious, for some not to provoke the ire of Donald Trump and his supporters, the elected representatives of the grand old party criticizing his crusade, without foundation, against the results of the presidential election of November 3, now give the voice more freely. Some senators, out of political interest, have deceived sympathizers about their ability to change the results of the election. Republican Tom Cotton, another young conservative senator expected to run for the 2024 presidential election, wrote Thursday, and until recently a loyal ally of Donald Trump. Great enemy of Donald Trump, Republican Senator Mitt Romney on Wednesday evening exhausted elected officials who continued to echo the billionaire's allegations, once back in the chamber after the violence that left 5 dead. Those who choose to continue to support his maneuver by objecting to the results of a legitimate and democratic election will forever be seen as complicit in this unprecedented attack on our democracy, he said. That same evening, Josh Hawley denounced the assault on Congress. It is not with violence that we change things, he pleaded in the hemicycle. But while maintaining his objection to the certification of the victory of Joe Biden, we must investigate the irregularities, fraud, he explained. Sitting behind him, facing the camera, Mitt Romney, whose fixed gaze, apparently furious, escaped no one on this historic night,